And welcome back to Duck Solid Gaming and Haut-Beyleron here on FS22, otherwise known as Farming Simulator 22, just in case you weren't aware. Alright, so let's get into today's farming. In fact, on the same game day as the last episode where we planted all of our sunflowers and finished picking up stones from our new field, field 37. Sorry, not 37, what's the other one? I can't think of it. Anyway, it's over the other side. Anyway, we'll get to that in a minute. So, we've done that. We need to roll in those fields, but we also need to get planting on our new field as well. So we've just refilled the planter here. We're going to grab the Xerion and we're going to head on over and get that planting. So let's go. So no mucking about today, and we're not going to screw things up. We're just going to get things done. Well, that's the plan. And none of my plans go to fruition. But anyway, let's see what we get done today. So, like I said, the plan is to seed this with sunflower. So this will be our mega sunflower field. And certainly, I think once we sort of get this one up and running, we can look at divesting the other fields into perhaps more canola or other fields as well. I mean, we've already said that we're going to use two of our fields, primarily for sorghum or for wheat. Going forward. So that's the plan, and that's what I'm going to do. So what we're going to do is, I think I'm just going to put the hired hand on this straight off the bat. We'll let him sort himself out and get that done. And what we're going to do is we're going to go over and grab the McCormick, and we're going to grab the roller, which is over here, and we are going to roll these fields that we've already seeded in, and then we'll follow behind the Xerion as well in rolling that field as well. Alright, so let's just go get some of this stuff done. Hope you are all well. Hope that while this video is being watched, you're enjoying your time and everyone is safe and well. The time of recording of this, there's a whole pile of stuff going on, and I'm not going to get stuck into the political side, but certainly for those of you that have family or friends in the Ukraine, I hope everyone is well as can be expected, certainly. And certainly for those here in Australia and Queensland and New South Wales that have just gone through all the recent torrential rain and flooding and stuff like that, I hope everyone there is safe as well. Alright, let's go. So we're going to roll all this in. So we've got 3 fields to do here at the moment, and then, like I said, we'll head on over to the new field and we'll follow behind the Xerion and get that rolled as well. And then that means that all of our fields are basically ready to go, except for the 2 fields, the one to the north of us now, and so 44 and 37, the one to our left, the one ahead of us, they are going to be our sorghum fields. So once we get to the period of the year where we can actually plant sorghum, that's what we'll be doing there, and the rest of these fields will be either canola or sunflower. So the 2 fields already planted have got canola in them, and the 3 fields that have just been planted have been planted with sunflower. So moving forward after this next sunflower harvest though, like I said, with that big field now, I don't think we need to run multiple fields with sunflowers. I think that'll be enough to run that, and then we're going to concentrate on primarily canola, for instance, on these. The only problem with that is the fact that we'll have that much product coming in that we just won't be able to produce it quick enough through the oil facility. What I was thinking is purchasing another one. Yes, that's right, I'm going to be greedy. Purchase another oil processing plant. Now, why would we do that? Well, if we've got a lot of crop coming in and our processing facility is going to get banked up and be slow in producing it, well, why not invest in another plant and meet demand? So that's what I'm going to look at doing. So I think, I can't remember, I don't know if there's another oil processing plant on the map. So if there is, we'll just go and buy that one. We won't build a new one like the one we built for our farm, and then we'll just basically, when our own one is chockers, effectively is full to the brim with product, whether it be sunflower or canola, we will then transport the leftover crop to the other one and have that producing as well. And I think that's probably going to be a relatively sound business decision in that regard, because we will then hopefully at some point have double the production, and that means double the sales, and that means double the money coming in, which is vis-a-vis double the purchasing. You know the cycle. So that's what I'm going to look at, I think, in the nearish future. Certainly not going to happen straight away, because I'm going to need, what is it, 80,000 for the plant. I mean, we could do it straight away, but there's no real point at this point in time. So we'll have a look at the map after we finish this field and see if there is another one on the map, and if there is, well, that sorts that idea out. If there's not, well, that also gets rid of that idea, because I don't think I really want to build a second one anywhere, because finding a flat piece of land in the area we've got now is difficult. So just get this done as quick as we can. And we'll check also to see how the Xeron's going, how far through he's gotten with his planting. And then, like I said before in the previous episode, we're going to look at getting some cows in as well if we buy the other field to the north, to the west of our new field. But that will come a little bit later. I think that field was like 300,000 or something, so it's going to be a little bit off as yet. Pretty much one more run for this field and then we're done. So just a little bit too early there. All right, last main run, but then we'll tidy up the bottom area of the field here and then do the top end, and then we'll go and see what the Xeron's doing, and also have a look at well, there's another oil processing plant on the map. That area done now. We will obviously check the map as well to make sure we have done it properly. Last thing we want to do is find we've missed areas. So we'll get these done. Go. All right, that's done. Let's have a quick look now. All right, so he's not doing too bad. It's a big field, so it's going to take him a little bit of time. That's okay. So we've now rolled in this field here. So yep, that should be okay. There's certainly no rolling needed, so that's fine. So we'll go over here, we'll roll these two, and that'll be fine to get those done. Now, the other thing we're going to do is oil processing plant. Now, let's go have a look. That's going to be the BGA. It's going to be the animals, grain mill. It's going to be as far away as possible from us, isn't it? Farm, biomass, carpentry, sawmill. We'll get over here. Lime station, grain elevator, spinnery, bakery. Yes, there's not. Oh, hang on. Grain mill, dairy. Yes, there's not a oil processing plant on here that I can see. So, I mean, the other option is we can always, well, I say always, we can, if we have a look at the farmland, we can place another one down on a sort of like a common area. We use the place anywhere, and we can sort of do that. It's not really doing it the way we should be doing it, but you know what? we can certainly do that if we wish to. The only problem is we can't we can landscape around it to a point. So yeah. The other option is we could always put it in over here before that. I might go over here. Actually, let's go quickly over here and see if this land up here is... No. I was thinking that perhaps this land up here would be suitable. Oh, could almost put it in here. That's an option. I mean, we'll have a quick look. I know we're sort of getting away from what we're trying to get done today. Let's have a look. Factories. That one there. We could do it. There's no doubting the fact that we could actually do it there. It's whether or not we want to commit to that is probably the next question. And getting it to the right land, I would have to level the land a bit first. Maybe even up here. Maybe this end up here might be a bit better. I think that's what we might do. We might place it here. Yeah, I think that's the winner. That's what I'm going to do. I'm going to place it here. So we might do that at the end of this episode. We might do it later. We'll see how things go. All right. Let's get back to doing what we need to do, and that is getting these fields prepped. But as you can see, I mean, that's... Yeah, it's probably not such a bad idea. But not quite yet. But then the other thing is, I have the money to do it at the moment. It's probably the time to do it so I don't go spending it on something else I don't need. All right, let's just get this done. Oh, that was the other thing I was going to do quickly too. Let's quickly go to the shop. I was going to check what was available in the secondhand store. The combine's still there. Oh, there's another combine there. They're teasing us. What's that one? Now that's certainly bigger than this. Oh, it's tempting. It's very, very tempting. But no, I'm going to resist. I'm going to resist. We've decided that we're going to wait till the next sale cycle, so that's what we'll do. Alright, so we'll get this field rolled in as well. And then as we do this, and then the next field, we'll be able to head back over and follow the Xerion behind hand, as we said before. Now, I don't want to roll too much of this grass away either, because we do want to be able to mow this. We utilise that for storing the grass up for when we do have sheep, cows, whatever else. And I do also want to put in a grass dryer, so as we can have hay available to us when we do set that all up. But we're a little bit way off from that at the moment, but it's nice to stockpile it, because that way we're not going to be like at the moment with the wheat, we're getting very low. We've got a little bit of sorghum there now for the chicks, so the chickens, so we'll be okay. But you don't want to get to a point where you're having to go buy food, ideally. I mean, that's not so much of a problem as long as you've got the money, but if you haven't got the money and you haven't got the crop, well, you're going to have animals die, and that's not good. Trust me, I've been there, done that enough times. No further comments from the gallery on that, thank you. But yeah, so we'll see how that goes. We'll get this done. I'm going to do the same things I did previously. I'm going to snip across here. And I've just said that I didn't want to wipe out all the grass. I've just done that, so that's okay. Xerion's got plenty of seed and fertilizer left in the seeder, so that's okay. We don't have to worry about that for the moment. So that'll get us through the rest of that field. Well, actually, yeah, it should do. Noting how far he's already through, that should actually do him pretty much the rest of that field. I could actually have a look at the calculator and see. We do have the field calculator enabled, so we can see how much of fertilizer and seed and all that stuff it's going to use. But I think we'll be okay. If not, it's only going to be marginal anyway, so it's all right. Let's continue on over here. Now the other thing we did do as well before we actually came and did this, we did put some of the greenhouse product away, and there was a little bit of oil there away. We did actually put that away before we came back to the episode, so there's a little bit of stuff being put away in the warehouse, but there's not a huge deal because it was only what was there from the last 2 days we fast forward, I think it was, between the last couple of episodes. So just enough to move it out of the way, but not enough to worry about and consider going to sell just to make a bit of extra money. But in saying that, if I get really tempted with one of those combines, I could always go and sell off the honey and the oil that is there. It won't make us as much money, but it'll make us some. So that's something I can consider, but I will try and resist that temptation. Gonna wet the whistle. I have thought about getting the big Dalbo roller as well. The only problem with the big one is I don't like the fact that you can't raise it at all. Once you've unfolded it, then it's down, and if you want to sort of make sure you're not taking out swathes of grass or area from the side of the field or whatever else, it becomes a bit harder to manage. And I mean, it's a bit of a shame in that regard, but yeah, so I know I'm pretty sure I'm using that again on Elm Creek, but certainly for here, except for this new field we just bought, I don't see the need in having it, because I mean effectively we'd be doing 2 passes on most of these fields and they'd be almost done. So while that would be more efficient, it also means I have to use the Xerion or a big tractor all the time, because it's heavy and requires a reasonably good sized tractor to pull it. So, and also noting we don't have, the other thing I was thinking of just then, we don't have any trucks and trailers for this map yet either, so for deliveries. Again, not that really worries me for the moment, because most of the roads, well, they're not small, they're not like a British road typically. We have got hedges all around and so we've got to navigate. But we're just sort of at the point at the moment where we don't really need it. So it's a case of need versus want. I'd like to have a nice big truck with a couple of big tippers and do that, but for the moment, there really isn't the need to do that. So, yeah, for the moment, I think we'll just keep on going with the tractors. We may invest in another tractor, but I don't see the need to invest in the truck and trailer per se as yet. That may change, but certainly for the moment, I don't think we need it. The only real equipment upgrade, like I've said, apart from like getting a new tractor, to have 3 working tractors, because I mean, really, the New Holland for the grapes isn't really a working tractor apart from doing the grapes. The only other upgrade we really could utilise is from a combine point of view. All right. After this track, we'll see how the hired hand is doing. He's down to 84% sunflowers and 87% fertilizer, so he's going nicely. I just want to see what percentage of the field he's basically done. So we'll have a quick look now. Oh, look at that! He's cracked well over the third, probably coming up close to. I reckon this next run will be about halfway. So so he's done a cracking good job there. That's excellent. So once we've done that, that means we're apart from waiting for. In fact, this month we can. No, April, wasn't it? April we can plant the sorghum. So once we get to April, that's all we got to do is just plant the sorghum in the 2 fields, and then we're hurry up and wait for harvest again. So so yeah, looking good. A few more runs on this field and then we'll be done. And hopefully, if timing works out with us, we should just finish the next field just in time for the end of the episode. I don't know if I keep doing that. Right. Yeah, there's only a little bit there to worry about. I'm not gonna go back and get that little bit there. I'll just swing straight around and just crack into field 42, get that done, and then and yeah, we can head over to the main field and help out with the main field. Then I say the main field, the new field, and then we'll be progressing very, very well. Here's our canola, well and truly established now, which is good. Missed it by that much. Right. Shadows are starting to get a bit long now. It's 20 past 5 in the evening. So again, hopefully we'll certainly get all this done in today's game day, as in the rolling of this field. The new field, we won't get that completed before it gets dark. And we won't work through the night on that one. We'll finish that off during the day, but that'll probably be done off camera as well. I don't know, we'll see, because it's just going to be laps up and down with the roller, so there's probably not really that much point just doing that, considering we've just done it on these fields now as well. So don't want to give you too much of one thing at a time. Unless of course it's interesting, like with multiple vehicles doing multiple things at a time, that becomes a little bit different. But like if we had multiple harvesters running and then offloading them and all that sort of stuff, it becomes a little bit different. But for a big harvest, he's just cracked under 80% left of sunflower, so yeah, he's definitely going to have more than enough in that seeder to finish that field off, which is great. We will, once we've also done the rolling of the fields, one thing we will have to look at doing is possibly fertilizing. So we probably won't fast forward all that far, because we will need to fertilize some fields, probably, I would suggest. So we'll get that done as well. Been a bit lax with fertilising lately, actually. I've sort of not been worrying about it too much, but we do need to make sure we get our yields up. So if the combination of mulching and rolling and cultivating that don't give us the 2 stages of fertilisation, then we'll definitely bring the sprayer out and get spraying. But that'll be after generally the first growth period for the crop. Pulled up that a little bit early again. Oh, we've got about 3 runs to go, I would say, maybe 4. And obviously we also got to make sure, so the hired hand that's seeding, he's going to miss stuff at the end row, because he's just doing the up and downs. He's just doing what east-west tracks, so he is going to miss stuff at the start or end of runs. That's a given with the hired hands. So we don't want to roll. Well, yeah, no. Do I take the hit? It's not going to be that much we're going to miss, but if I do roll it in, then it means that that area is not going to grow. So it's only a small patch, but just makes it look a little bit dicky, that's all. We'll lose a little bit of yield, but yeah, arguably it's not enough to worry about in the scheme of things. That's 1 of 4 done. See if I'm correct in my assessment of 4. I think I'm going to go close. If I'm out, it'll only be out by that much. We were almost spot on. Almost like it was pre-planned, but it wasn't. Alright, so that means we're going to be finished here directly, which is fantastic. It also is very close to us timing to the end of the episode. We got effectively 20 seconds. We've been here for 30 minutes. So timing wise, that's about perfect, but we will... like I said, we'll take this over to the main field, and then in the next game day we'll start rolling that field as well, depending upon where we're at with the seeding and how much of a mess he's made with the end rows. where he's turning around. But by and large, that means that all these fields over this side of the river, so the farm side, are ready to go, except for our 2 fields for the sorghum, obviously, which isn't going to be until the next month when we can plant. But yeah, we've progressed nicely. Everything is basically ready to go, and just before the rain sets in by the look of it. So hopefully we'll get most of the seeding done before the rain does hit, and we can make sure that we get everything put away before it gets all muddy and makes a bit of a mess of the fields. I'm not going to worry about that little strip up here, can't be bothered. So we're going to head on over to the other field. We're going to have a look and see exactly where our other the hired hand is with the xerion, with the seeder, and we can go from there. We'll just commence the seeding for that, and that's going to be pretty much it, like I said. But it just means that our harvest time is going to be longer now, because we've got a nice big field to harvest, as well as all the smaller fields. And management of that will be a little bit different as well, because we'll probably do the small fields before we do the larger fields. But let's have a look and see how far he's got and what sort of a mess there is. Actually, it looks to be pretty clean. I think he's cleaned every single row nicely, so I don't think there is a problem there. So there he's up to here. That's not bad at all. Not bad at all. He's done a pretty good job there. So we'll probably end up having to take over to do the angular part of the field. As you can see, the field angles off towards the railway yard over there, or the railway grain bin. So we'll have to manage that manually, but I think by and large he's done quite a good job. So we're going to take this over here to the end of the field, ready to get started. We won't bother, well, in fact I'll unfold it so it's ready to go. But we will commence this in the next game day. We'll probably, like I said, we'll do this off camera. If we do come back on camera, we'll have the hired hand doing the rolling, and what we'll end up doing is we will probably do some fertilization or something. We'll have a bit of a look and see where we're at with the field. So mulch, well, yeah, so it is going to need some fertilization, but that'll be after the first growth, so that's okay. We can leave that for there. The 2 canola fields are fine. So I think apart from that, you were pretty good. So yeah, he's done a good job. He's about 2/3 of the way through now, and that's pretty good. I'm pretty happy with that progress for this episode. So thanks so much for watching. I will actually just jump in him and watch him finish off the rest of his seeding. But yeah, thanks so much for watching, and don't forget, if you did like the episode, press that like button, that really helps us with that algorithm. And don't forget, if you're not already subscribed to the channel, please consider subscribing. And also, if you press that subscribe button, make sure you press the alarm notification icon as well, so you're made aware of when new videos are available on the channel, including any live streams, which we are planning on doing very, very soon. If we haven't already started doing them again. So do all that. Make sure you come and join us on Twitch, Twitter, Discord, and Facebook. All the details are down below in the description. And of course, most importantly, take care of yourselves and your loved ones. And we'll see you again very, very soon back here at Ducks Gaming and Haut-Beyleron. See you all later. Bye.